This is North Georgia's News Talk. WDUN.
Welcome back to Game On, folks. 6 minutes after 7 o'clock, we're going to get to Georgia softball coach Lou Harris-Champer here momentarily. I want to let you know, though, we've got more NASCAR news coming up to end the show with Garage Pass, and then we've got NASCAR Live at 8 o'clock tonight. All you racing fans out there, keep your earbuds in, because we got news coming your way. Beaufort-Pike County knotted at nothing in the second inning in their Class 3A state quarterfinal Game 2 of the best-of-3 series. Gainesville is up 3-2 on Starrs Mill, but bad news for the Red Elephants. Their starting pitcher, Caleb Winton, went out after giving up a 2-run home run to a Starrs Mill player. Chandler Newton now into pitch. Apparently, according to various reports, Caleb Winton was holding his arm. He is still in the game. He's just playing first base now, but Gainesville holding on to a slim lead over Starrs Mill in the early innings at Ivy Watson Field, and that is the Class 5A state quarterfinals. And then Johnson and Southeast Whitfield playing in the Class 4A boys state semifinals in soccer. Of course, the winner goes on to the state championship game. Johnson has a 1-0 lead early in the first half. Baruch Perez header to score that goal for Johnson. We'll keep you updated on all the high school scores as we move through our last hour together here on this Tuesday edition of Game On. I did want to tell you this one thing. Doug from Stone Mountain weighed in on Dan Ugla, sort of. What he really said was, what took Mark Bradley so long to come to the conclusion that the Braves should dump Dan Ugla? I came to the same conclusion last July. Many a Braves fan did, but when millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, Doug from Stone Mountain, are involved, we don't and shouldn't have a say in who the Braves keep or who the Braves release. So there is that. All right. This portion of Game On brought to you by Nichols Body Shop. From dents and dings to major collision damage, Nichols Body Shop, the place to go. Such big supporters of high school athletics, such big supporters of high schools in our listening area, not just Hall County, the whole listening area. With every repair you have made at Nichols Body Shop, Nick and his wife Laura will donate $25 to the school organization of your choice. Doesn't even have to be athletics. It can be drama. School organization of your choice. Nichols Body Shop. Quality repairs with old-fashioned service, and more than anything, they're just really, really nice people on Atlanta Highway in Flowery Branch. Go see them. Tell them KDB sent you. This past weekend, the Georgia softball team did something that the perennial powerhouse nationally had never done before, and that's win an SEC title. Over the course of the conference tournament, Georgia beat Florida, the number one team in the nation. They beat Alabama, who won the national title in 2012, to earn her title game berth, and then beat Kentucky for the only thing other than a national championship that has eluded the program. Thanks to the win, Georgia earned a number one seed in the upcoming NCAA tournament, which starts this weekend. The Bulldogs will host a regional with action beginning Friday. Joining us tonight on Game On, the woman of the hour in Athens, Georgia softball coach Lou Harris-Champer. Coach, thanks so much, first of all, for taking time out to be with us tonight. I know you're extremely busy. Intestinal fortitude, mental toughness, thrown around a lot when championship teams are discussed. Did you think your girls had it in them?
Absolutely, without a doubt. We are coming together as a team all season long. We've battled through ups and downs and persevered. And, just to see the grit and the heart and the fight coming out at this time is key. And I'm extremely proud of just the way that they, band together and fight. They fought together. They fought for each other. Really with no selfishness going on. It was just all about the team first mentality.
You all beat number one team in the nation, at least where RPI is concerned, and that's Florida. And then you went on to beat Alabama, who won a national title 2 years ago. And then, of course, there was the SEC title game. We'll get to that latter game here in a minute. But with your girls' performance against Florida, against Alabama, did you have a sense that this year maybe was going to have a different outcome than in years past?
For every game, we just, basically work to do the same thing. Play great defense on our pitch to great location, and find a way to score runs. And as the year has been progressing, we've really seemed to be able to combine those factors extremely well. You have to give a ton of credit to Chelsea Wilkinson and the way she's been pitching. She's really been phenomenal in the circle. She's getting a great game plan from Coach Archibald, and she's executing that. and really letting her defense work behind her. And just the defense, they always say defense wins championships, and absolutely our defense has been stellar.
I'm glad you mentioned Chelsea Wilkinson. We're going to talk about that sophomore pitcher momentarily, but beating Kentucky 5-2. Coach, you've been with the program 14 years. You've taken it to unprecedented heights. I mean, 2, national semifinals, but never an SEC title. Was that moment when the buzzer sounded, for lack of a better phrase, when the last out was called? Was that moment a sigh of relief moment for you? Was it a validating moment?
Really it was most exciting for the student-athletes that have worked so hard this year to represent Georgia, to go out there and compete just with themselves to play the game, for me, the satisfaction is in them enjoying the success of their hard work. For me personally, I'm very proud of them for the way that they competed.
As mentioned before, you absolutely should be. Now, before we get to the teams that are headed to Athens for the NCAA Regional, I want to spend a moment talking about someone that you were mentioning earlier, and that is Chelsea Wilkinson, your sophomore pitcher. In your opinion, how high is the ceiling for this young lady?
Well, the ceiling is high potential. She has so much potential in the way that she delivers her pitches and continues to grow. Able to add this here, do this here, change the game plan up for this team based on their type of swing, because everybody has a little bit different swing path. And just being able to execute a great game plan, I think the sky's the limit for her.
You've had one of the top offenses all year, but how is it for them where pressure is concerned when they know that in the circle they've got somebody who can dominate a game like Wilkinson can? Can they just go up to the plate now and relax a little bit?
I don't think we ever really just expect for one aspect of the game to win a game. I think it takes all three. You have to get pitching, you have to get defense, and you have to get offense. So I think that, as an offense, we need to, get on a good pitch, attack what we're looking for, be aggressive, and continue to do what we do on the offensive side of the ball.
I'm going to get ahead of myself, and I know that coaches in particular don't really like that, but and so excuse me for it. But when you think about national title teams of the past, they've had great pitchers, whether it was Lisa Fernandez at UCLA or Jenny Finch at Arizona, and then the last two, Jackie Traina and Kalani Ricketts. Does Wilkinson have what it takes to be mentioned among those? Does she have what it takes to propel you all to yet another title that the Georgia program hasn't gotten yet?
I think Chelsea has the potential to do anything that she sets her mind to. And right now, our mind is focused on this weekend and our opponents coming in. But her potential is unlimited, and anything that she decides she can do, she has the potential to do.
Got to be nice to have an athlete like that on your squad, and she's not the only one, having watched you all play, that is of that stature. I'll say that. Let's wrap up with this. Coach, you've got UAB, you've got NC State, you've got Chattanooga coming in for the NCAA Regional this weekend. You all are hosting in Athens. Yet another great honor for you. Tell us about these opponents.
They're all champions. You work hard all year in order to get a high speed, and you get excited and you're thankful when you get it, but once that's done, it's done. Now it's about just playing softball. And every opponent that we play has had great success this season, and we know that every game is going to be a battle, and we're just looking forward to get out there and competing.
You got to like it, though, when it comes to the time of the year where all you have to do is go out and play softball. I mean, that's what these girls are made for. That's what you're made for, right?
Oh, absolutely. The beauty of college athletics is you got an opportunity here to get a phenomenal degree from the University of Georgia, and that's fantastic. And, we got our grade report in today, and it was really good, so we're really excited about that. But we're also in a point of the year now where we've kind of taken care of business in the classroom, and now we just get to focus on softball, and it's kind of fun to see the team unite and just, embrace the opportunity to compete.
Well, I think I speak for a lot of people in our area, Coach, when I say best of luck to you this weekend. Congratulations on a great showing in the SEC championships, and we hope for big things from you as this month goes along. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
I tell you, this Georgia women's softball team, and sometimes I think saying women's softball team is sort of redundant because men don't play softball until they're well out of college. there's no men's softball in college unless we're talking intramural teams. But there's something to watch. One of the best offenses in the nation. And thanks to her performance in the SEC tournament, now one of the best pitchers in the nation. She's the number 4 rated pitcher, according to Graham Hayes of ESPNW.com. That's the women's ESPN site. The number 4 rated pitcher in the entire 64-team tournament based on her performance. And just a sophomore. Based on her performance last week in the SEC tournament. Chelsea Wilkinson, something else to watch. I encourage you, get down to Athens this weekend, watch them on television. It's a lot of fun, and they've got a great shot at a national title. Wouldn't that be something? Incredible. All right, quick update before we go to our break. Gainesville's Michael Geddes is straight showing out. Had 15 strikeouts in game 1 and a home run. Just hit a 2-run shot. Gainesville's up 8-2 on Stars Mill in the second inning. They're still playing the second inning. Johnson's up 1-0 on Southeast Whitfield in the Class 4A state semifinals in soccer, and that is at halftime. We'll continue to keep you updated on all of these state tournament goings on, whether it's baseball or soccer, over the course of the last 45 minutes of the show. Up next, folks, Donald Sterling has dug a grave I don't believe he can get out of. We'll explain. And then in 13 minutes, after the bottom of the hour news break, my friend Mitch Clark's going to join us. We're going to tackle some of the day's hot sports topics. I hope you'll stick with us, folks. This is Game On WDUN.